Let's skip to attempt 7. This is Lettuce. He may look the same as all the other Bulbasaur, but he is an Impish nature. Impish is a plus to defense and a minus to special attack. Let's go over the setup phase shotgun style. Grape, the level 3 Rattata, Marshmallow, the level 2 Mankey, Cone, the level 5 Kakuna. Oh boy, something that can't attack. My favorite. With my first $18, I don't buy a single Pokeball, instead relying on my starting 5. I buy 9 potions and 2 antidotes. So with a lack of Pokeballs, I save the Route 2 encounter for later. Interesting note, I grab Pidgey at level 7 and name him Donut on Route 3. Then I run back to the grass on Route 2 and get a Caterpie. Fun tip, if you're looking for a specific encounter because of species clauses, use your Rattata. They have the ability Run Away, which increases your odds of running away. Makes the hunting process happen faster. With our team assembled, we go back and train on trainers in the forest, saving the XP for the general leveling before facing the rest of the Route 3 trainers. By this time, I had forged a system for the setup phase. I go back to Route 22 and collect XP from the rival battle there. I haven't gone over it yet, so this is a great place to exit Lightspeed and get into the run proper. The rival comes with a level 9 Pidgey, which means Gust. At level 7, starters also come with their first learned move. For Charmander, that is Ember. So if you're going to do this fight, don't just rush in with your starter because you'll be countered pretty hard. To win the fight in this state is pretty easy. I Gust Pidgey and Sand Attack Charmander, then Gust him down too. It feels good not being on the business end of Gust. With nothing else to do, I charge back to Route 3. I said I charge back to Route 3! Hey, Benna boy! Ya miss me? It's time for the sweetest part of my playthroughs, revenge on the people who have tortured me. I give his Rattata some poison cheese. Then I use a turn healing to proc the poison. I Vine Whip to move the battle along quickly. Then I heal as to not waste the PP. He uses Tail Whip to lower my defense, and I heal another teammate who needs it to proc another poison proc. I use a similar strategy on Ekans, with Leech Seed instead since poison doesn't affect poison types. I use my first instance of Sleep Powder to reduce the amount of damage I am taking on the fight. And I go back to wasting turns as I can't trade out. If I had a tackle left, I would use it, but I was just as happy wasting time being optimal. I switch in Cone to let him learn to get closer to evolving, and I fully believe I used a few too many Sleep Powders here, but I am not sure what I would have done given the circumstance again. I use a final potion to just kind of go ahead and heal people who need it, and then the fight ends on a Leech Seed, and we're done. So here is what the great stratagem of Mount Moon was supposed to look like last time. So why would I go through all this trouble? Well, that is simple. Leveling costs PP, and Mons on Basement Floor 2 are 3 levels higher guaranteed. Not only that, the highest level is 12. I don't have enough repels to get a level 12, but I don't have to rely on luck here either. Of course, I get the bottom of the barrel encounter here, a level 8 Zubat. After all that planning is just a slap to the face. 700 Poké-Dollars down the toilet. This is Lentil the Zubat. Congratulations on joining the crew! I call them the crew, by the way. With the great artillery of Mount Moon in hand, I decide not to go over all the treasures again this run. Most of them I just sell, not really knowing their true value. This will change in later runs, but for now, if I'm not going to use it and I'm just going to sell it, I don't see the point in going over it. I do, however, collect this really cool Great Ball. It's the first one you can get in the game. The only really important detail that happens in Misty's gym is I evolved Butterfree. I was evolving both of the bugs for 3 counts of Mons for getting items later. What I learned about Caterpie changed my perspective on the little caterpillar forever. The Misty fight comes and goes. Now it's time for the rematch. I come ready this time. Everyone is healed, and I have a plan for that bird. I learned from my mistakes. I poison powder immediately, and I use my speed to my advantage. I switched to remove the debuff, knowing Gecko plans to use Sand Attack twice. I dodged to Donut, who can't have her accuracy reduced. We trade blows back and forth, and I make a major miscalculation. We have the same move pool, so whatever moves I have, so does Blue. Our birds fall out of the sky together. Both of us send out our starters. I'm now going to be riding on Lettuce's back for the rest of the fight, but I'm prepared for that. Poison Powder Leech Seed is one of the strongest combos in the early game, but I fully intend not to take prisoners here. He retaliates with a Burn. Burn doesn't just do damage each turn, it also reduces your attack power. However, as we have gone over, Bullet Seed is a special attack. I don't use the PP, however. I save it for the rest of the battle. One of the other changes I made was I brought a few burn heals. Once again, Abra is about to fall. I switch back in Lettuce to take on Rattata. A few Bullet Seeds would mark the end of the battle, with me being victorious. This would mark the start to a hopeful journey, and a complete change in my mindset on how I did setup moving forward. I want to spoil what happens next so badly. I am just waiting for an email. Hey crew, thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you want to watch the rest of the series, check out the playlist. Throw me a comment, subscribe, and a like.